Something strange is happening, has been happening, especially since 2020, going into 2021. I noticed that a lot of the African sisters are going back to Africa to, fetch a husband. They are going all the way there for a date. They go 5 to 10 times, and then before you know, they are married. And then they come back and bring their, you know, recruited husband. My question is, what's going on in America? What's happening to all the men in America? I'm not limiting it just to African men, but I will start with the African men. What's happening with all the African brothers in America here? Are they not wanting wives? I mean, they're not looking, or they're just playing in the sea and just grabbing any fish and playing with the fish and letting it go. What's going on with the brothers in America? I'm asking you, brothers, why? It's a lot of you guys here. Why are these women going back to Africa to get married? Every time I turn around, I see a lot of my Liberian sisters going back to Liberia to get married. They plan. I mean, like, I see many of them. They go on date all the way over there. A very expensive date. Imagine. You got to plan your date a year ahead. You buy a ticket. Very life and death situation here. You got to get on that plane to go. And you just pray for God, travel mercy to take you there. You do your thing. You go on your date to come back. Majority are going, getting married. So I'm like, okay, am I missing something? Those of us who are not going there to get married, are we going to stay here lonely and grow old lonely? Are we wasting our time? Are there just men in Africa who are just ready to be, for women to to come and marry them? I mean, if you don't have money, what are you going to do now? What are you going to do? And then it leaves me with a question: what's happening with the women there? Also over there, what's happening with the women over there? Are they also just jumping in the sea, playing around, fooling around, and not wanting nothing serious? It seems like this is what's going on. The serious women here are running into men who are not serious, and then the serious men in Africa, Liberia, whatsoever you're from, they are running into women who are not serious. So now the women here are having interest in the serious women here are having interest in the serious women in Liberia, and the serious men in Liberia are having interest in the serious women here. But sometimes these sisters, they go through everything they go through. They go and recruit their husband. They marry their husband, or the husband marry them, or they marry each other. And then when they come here, some of the serious sister here who just can't afford that trip, who can't afford that long distance relationship, who can't afford the immigration process and all that stuff, they can't afford to pay for nothing. They get on their P's and Q's, and then they steal the man that the woman suffer to suffer. She made so many trips, 5 to 10 trips, go and do all kinds of things over there. Hey, sponsor the man way before the wedding. Fly there to give the man his cookie way before the wedding. Spend days and nights on the phone chatting with this man, being faithful and assuring this man that I'm your queen. Go through all that, bring her man here. And then one stingy sister who refuse to go after her own man and do the same thing the sister do. She goes and snatch this man from her. I think there has to be a law where if a sister go and marry a man in overseas and he comes here, and you are single in this country, if you can't go and fetch your own man, if somebody go and marry the man, bring the man here, and you take that man, the court should fine you. You should go to jail. What kind of evil abomination is that? Eh? What kind of evil wickedness is that? What kind of witchcraft behavior is that? Huh? Did the airline tell you you can't fly on their plane to go and fetch your own man? Did the airline tell you they don't want your money? Huh? Did the airline tell you they don't want your money? Did the sisters who went and got their men and brought them here, did they tell you that men finished there? Did they tell you that men finished there? Men then there plenty. There plenty. Oh yeah, you were supposed to do the same thing the sister do, to go and get your own man. But no, you wait for a sister, sweat, blood, and tears and everything. Bring her own man, then you snatch her. As if to say, you don't get income tax too. You don't work? You don't work? But am I missing something? Am I missing something? Is my own Prince Charming sitting down somewhere in Africa too? Something terrible is going on here in America. I don't know what's going on with the men here. I don't know if they lost their way, but it's kind of strange to leave all these men here and see all these sisters going to Africa to get married and come back. It's a question you have to answer. You have to answer it. What is it that's causing this madness to happen? Eh? Why is it sisters got to go all the way there to? Anyways, I don't know. It's just crazy. I mean.